Well, Barrios is a very good fighter. Smart, good boxer. Um, and he got decent punching power too. So I mean, he has a great chance of winning.
I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think the height plays a major part. I think the jab of Barrios plays a major part if he apply that jab. But Ryan got to show more than the left hook. At the same time, Ryan can punch. Barrios, if he turned on, then he looked good.
That's Ryan Garcia in terms of pure talent.
Right. Yeah.
And Barrios is not that. He just doesn't have the quicks. He doesn't have the power. If Ryan's feet matched his hands, really, really tough. But he does have special talent. And if he's 80% of himself, I don't think Barrios can handle it.
That's my thing. Like,
Max Kellerman, while dissecting the fight, hailed the speed of Ryan Garcia. He said Garcia has always shown how quick he is, and that kind of quickness often disturbs an opponent's rhythm. However, Kellerman explained that speed can be neutralized through timely movements, whether offensive or defensive. In his view, Mario Barrios lacks that aspect too, which could make the night really tough for him.
That's kind of like when someone says, oh, that guy doesn't like it in the body. No one likes it in the body, and everyone's bothered by speed. Now, you can overcome speed with timing.
Right, timing.
You know, unless the faster guy also has good timing, then what do, right? This is one of the athletic advantages that Ryan Garcia brings to a fight, to most fights, that is very difficult to overcome.
Going against Kellerman, Gabe Rosado marked the inclusion of Joe Goossen in Mario Barrios' camp as a big plus for him. He maintained that when someone who knows the opponent on a deeply personal level joins your team, it always gives you benefits. He stressed that Ryan Garcia should approach the fight a little differently than he normally does, as they will be fully prepared. In Rosado's view, both are talented and capable of winning, but Barrios holds a slight edge due to the techniques and strategies he plans to use against Garcia.
And when you're fighting a guy like Barrios who is disciplined, he's a little boring. I mean, Barrios really doesn't, he's not charismatic or nothing like that. He's not like Ryan, but he's disciplined. And he has Goossen in his corner for this fight, which is going to add a lot to Barrios because he knows the errors that Ryan makes. He knows Ryan personally, so that's a plus for Barrios.
LaShawn McCoy, while replying to Gabe Rosado, declared that winning for Mario Barrios would not be that much easy. He highlighted that Garcia seems hungrier than ever this time. McCoy also pointed to the intense training Garcia has put into this camp, calling it one of the deadliest of his career and a clear sign of his mental shift before stepping into the ring. Another major reason he placed Garcia above Barrios was his past fights, adding that Garcia knows he cannot afford another loss on his resume and will try to avoid it at any cost.
Ryan seems focused. His weight's on the right, like Mike just talked about, and I think he's hungry. Coming from the fight with Devin Haney, right, and that didn't go the right way for him, right? He got suspended, etc. Then you fight Rolly, who most people bet their life savings on that he would win that fight, and he lost. He's got to come back and look good and win.
However, Gabe Rosado came back with another strong point, responding to LaShawn McCoy's remarks about Ryan Garcia's preparation. He underlined that Garcia's training was not the best at all. Though Shady called it his deadliest camp, Rosado argued that Garcia did not step out of his comfort zone. He also noted that being trained by his father might prove costly, suggesting that other coaches could have pushed him through more grueling sessions. While this camp seemed to lack extreme demands and intensity.
It comes from it, being uncomfortable in camp, being forced to have to do certain things that you don't want to do. That's what develops the skill set come the day of the fight. So, Ryan, like Shady said, he's with his father, it's too comfortable. And it's like Barrios is going to make it a rugged fight. He may not be the most skillful fighter, but he's going to make it a tough fight.
Try to make it uncomfortable.
And fundamentals win fights in the sense of Barrios, he doesn't have all these special assets, right? But he does have a good jab. He has a good one, too. He has good stamina. He has good conditioning. So he has all the attributes.
Another important figure, Mike Coppinger, also aligned with LaShawn McCoy and further strengthened Barrios' superiority over Garcia by mentioning his experience at the highest level. He revisited Barrios' past big fights against notable names like Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, and Gervonta Davis, analyzing how he performed well. Overall, Coppinger urged Garcia to dig deep to secure victory this time.
But Barrios, right, he's a better fighter, I think, than he's given credit for. He gave Keith Thurman a lot of trouble, he gave Gervonta Davis a lot of trouble, and he has experience now of 3 major headlines.
Echoing many, Richardson Hitchens was another major figure who spoke in support of Garcia. He explained that mistakes always teach valuable lessons, and that instead of dwelling on them, one should treat every day as a new opportunity to improve. In his opinion, Garcia seems to have learned from his past errors and is ready to seize the moment this time. Hitchens also praised Garcia's style, concluding that it can be extremely dangerous for a fighter like Mario Barrios.
What Ryan is, he's been the same guy. We know as soon as you make a move, he's twitchy with the left.
That's coming.
He ain't gonna pull counter. He ain't gonna slip and counter. He ain't gonna go under. He ain't gonna slip and go to the body. He's looking for that hook. And I was watching him and Rolly.
On the other side, Shawn Porter did not seem affected by all the praise placed in favor of Garcia. He chose to part ways with those opinions and picked Barrios instead. Porter stated that fighters like Barrios always stay ready in the ring to seize opportunities. In his view, he constantly searches for the right moment to land a decisive blow. Porter also said that Barrios has often performed well using this strategy and will likely rely on it again to secure the advantage.
Oh, this is gonna be an easy night. The speed ain't there, the quickness ain't there, you know, all of the aesthetics ain't there, but it just works. Right. All that said, and especially with how Ryan Garcia performed in his last fight, I have to go with the guy that systematically does the right things all the time. And it takes somebody doing the right things consistently in order to beat that. And I don't think that that's Ryan Garcia anymore.
Does the trainers matter? Joe Goossen?
Furthermore, Shawn Zittel also stepped in and gave Barrios more chances of winning than Ryan Garcia. Like Shawn Porter, he went into detail about what Barrios can do better and how he could pose a serious threat inside the ring. Zittel advised Barrios to remain technically sound, as Garcia can be extremely quick in exploiting any openings. He also urged Barrios to replicate the kind of dominant performance that Rolando Romero once delivered against Garcia.
Timing can counter a little bit. Yep. Yeah, Barrios will have to counter in this fight, and isn't that one of Joe Goossen's specialties is catch and shoot?
Yeah.
But
Joe is all about the catch and shoot.
Yeah, but the way, and he'll have to do that effectively in this fight, like Rolly did, but Rolly did it like out of a...
Most importantly, besides all the breakdowns, Mario Barrios himself has shown his readiness in a recent pre-fight interview. He stressed that although Ryan Garcia would be trying hard to win, he would be there to make him realize what it truly takes to secure victory. In his opinion, their contrasting styles will make the fight far more exciting for fans. However, he expressed strong belief that Garcia does not have enough in his arsenal to defeat him. Barrios came to the conclusion that on fight night, the title will remain with him and the world will be fascinated by his performance. Despite Barrios showing his readiness, Ryan Garcia also marked a clear change in his mentality. He admitted that he had done wrong in the past, but emphasized that the important thing is he has learned from those mistakes and is now back on the right track. According to Garcia, this fight will showcase his true self, focused fully on his goals rather than being distracted by other, less important matters.
And God humbled me for sure. And it's for the, like you said, for the long run. You know, you learn lessons as you grow up and as you mature, and that was a good lesson for me. You know, definitely humbled me and brought me back down to reality.
Echoing Garcia, Wade Plemons also mentioned that Ryan Garcia seems totally dedicated this time and capable of winning. While examining his training camp, much like LaShawn McCoy did, he praised the intensity and commitment shown. Plemons specifically implied that Garcia appears to be preparing to end the bout before it goes the distance. This also aligns with Garcia's own prediction, where he has said he aims to put Barrios down and secure a stopping victory.
Getting really, really strong in his push-pull. Again, this is him building explosive knockout power, which he already had, but it was like whip power, right? He had like the whipping motion of his lead hand. And I think this could be a big, big strength of his, but it also could potentially be a detriment, depending on how you look at the situation.
However, Connor Benn gave a clear reply to Wade Plemons' assertion. He noted that Mario Barrios is going to stop Ryan Garcia, contrary to Plemons' suggestion. Pointing to Garcia's recent performances, Ben specified that he fails to perform on the big stage, making his chances doubtful in another high-pressure fight. On the other hand, Barrios was highly praised for his strengths and the heart he has always shown against bigger names.
I bet any money Barrios stops Garcia. I bet you any money. I'm not even joking. Barrios stops Garcia. He's going to fumble the bag, so I need to make my money back on him. Yeah. Barrios, any money stops Garcia. I am 100% confident.
According to Timothy Bradley's point of view, looking at this bout, he warned that Ryan Garcia would struggle against a fighter like Barrios. He dismissed the talk of Garcia's power and focused on the gaps in his game. He argued that Barrios was solid everywhere, tough, gritty, and fundamentally sound. Garcia, by contrast, carried visible flaws. He fought poorly on the inside, often turning his back in close quarters. Against someone as steady as Barrios, Bradley believed those holes would get exposed during the fight.
I see Ryan having a hard time with just, again, the IQ of Barrios. Say whatever you want to say about him. You know, Barrios is tough, he's gritty, he's solid all the way around. You know, offensively, defensively, he's solid. You know, whereas Ryan Garcia is there's a lot of holes in areas. He's not a good inside fighter. He turns his back on the inside.
Mario was also favored by Joel Diaz. He declared Barrios rarely displays any faults and is extremely skillful inside the ring, but he pointed out that Barrios might be compelled to give up some of his advantages if continual pressure was applied. Diaz, however, questioned whether Ryan is the kind of boxer that can defeat Barrios with ease. He reckons that Garcia takes his time setting up his shots. Thus, that tactic is unlikely to work very well against Barrios.
In an interview, analyst Trevor Antonio said he had advised Ryan Garcia a year earlier that Mario Barrios was the perfect opponent for him.
Mario Barrios, he's a great fighter when it comes to, when you give him half distance, he's good. He's smart, he moves, he'll counter you. But when if you just apply constant pressure, then you can take him down. You can take him into deep waters. But Ryan doesn't have that because Ryan is not a pressure fighter. Ryan, he keeps you at distance and he sets it up just to time the left hook.
He explained that among the welterweight champions, Barrios was the most favorable matchup, not because Garcia could not beat the others, but because Barrios showed clear weaknesses. Antonio pointed to Barrios going the distance and failing to stop a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. He said a young, fast fighter like Garcia needed to use his speed and athleticism to take control of this fight.
I just think he's a solid fighter, but I just don't think he's the best champion out there right now today. Solid fighter, has a belt, but I just don't think he has anything when you look at knockout power, extreme boxing ability, other than his heart and his toughness. I don't know what else sticks out for Barrios. And I just believe, Ryan Garcia has the advantages in this fight. He's younger, he has the power, he has the speed. He just has to execute.
Showbiz made a bold prediction, announcing he would bet on Ryan Garcia to stop Mario Barrios inside 3 rounds. He believed Garcia didn't need to be the vastly superior fighter, only capable of landing one clean shot. Barrios, he argued, had grown increasingly hittable and susceptible to counters. With Garcia's speed, timing, and sharpened focus, Showbiz felt it was only a matter of time before he connected and finished the job.
I'm going to place a bet on Ryan Garcia knocking out Mario Barrios under 3 rounds. Not because Ryan Garcia is that much better than Mario Barrios. I just think that he's going to hit a home run early. I'm going to gamble on that. I think it only takes one from Ryan to put Mario Barrios where his chin is now on queer streak. And I think Ryan Garcia is a fantastic finisher when he does get you hurt. I think Mario Barrios has been pretty easy to counter lately. And with Ryan Garcia's speed, hand-eye coordination, and accuracy and timing, especially with him being in great shape that he is now, with the determination he has now, I think Barrios is just not going to give him special effects, and he's going to be a bit easy to time. And I think Ryan's going to wait for it, and then I think he's going to catch him with a home run.
Before ending this video, Ryan Garcia's final stretch of training for his upcoming fight with Mario Barrios has been more demanding than many expected. He has given it his all from the start, understanding the significance of this fight for his career, reputation, and position in boxing. Every day at camp has been packed with strenuous exercises and drills meant to challenge him. Now, as fight night nears, his concentration has reached another level. Every session is conducted with accuracy, making sure that no detail is missed. His mental and physical strength has been enhanced by the demanding foundation established throughout the camp, which has also increased his sense of urgency and discipline. In order to be prepared for any challenge Barrios can provide, Garcia is committed to handling every eventuality that could arise in the ring. Moreover, in these final days, Garcia is focused entirely on refining what he has already built. Free from distractions and fully committed, he is maximizing every moment in camp. If he continues with this intensity, there is a strong chance he will deliver a commanding performance, making a definitive statement in this critical clash.
Attaboy. Perfect.
He's totally in shape, and he can only get better, but he's already at his peak. I'm really happy and proud of him.
Attaboy, champ, let's go. There you go.
Y'all see that one pimple right there in the middle of the nose? That means I'm reindeer. I'm Rudolph the reindeer.
On the other hand, with his new coaching staff intent on making their first fight a success, Mario Barrios has also been undergoing a rigorous and laser-like training camp. They have customized Barrios' preparation to capitalize on his advantages and exploit his opponent's weaknesses by using in-depth knowledge of Garcia's technique. Barrios has remained fully committed, even though he went into camp feeling confident after recent impressive performances.
I know he's trying to like downplay, you know, the like size difference with this, but I think, you know, it's gonna be something he's definitely gonna feel, you know, in the fight. And you know, I want to go in there. I want to make him uncomfortable. I want to, you know, test how bad, you know, he really wants to.
From day one, Barrios has devoted long hours to heavy bag work, recognizing its importance in building the skills needed to control the fight. Pads and mitt drills have been central as he refines combinations, angles, and timing. While his physical condition has always been strong, this camp pushes him to levels of endurance and stamina he has never reached before. Furthermore, analyzing Garcia's habits to create accurate game plans that take advantage of his vulnerabilities and use his own advantages has been a major component of Barrios' preparation. Sequencing, accuracy, tactical awareness, and adaptability have been prioritized, combining technical proficiency with strategic aggression. Every practice, from bag work to sparring, is carried out with utmost intensity as fight night draws closer, eliminating any opportunity for shortcuts. Barrios is stronger, sharper, and more prepared than ever after this last stage.
Going out there, just executing everything that me and Joe have been working on. Like I said, you know, it's been a strong camp. I'm excited, you know, to go out there and to defend the title against Ryan. And yeah, I think I know the boxing community and just like the world of sports, you know, they're gonna be entertained come fight night.
Considering all these things, the boxing community is really happy that the fight is finally happening. It has been the center of every boxing debate since the moment it was announced. From the top boxing promoters and analysts to local fans, everyone has their say on this battle. Now, with the stage set, everyone is waiting to see how their words will hold up in the clash. Fans of both boxers have supported their favorites throughout the build-up, and now they are hoping to celebrate after their chosen fighter wins. However, true boxing enthusiasts are in search of an action-packed, unforgettable night of boxing, where both fighters show courage. Given the talents and skills of both fighters, there is a strong possibility that fans will not regret watching this thrilling encounter. Now, in the end, now it's your time to speak. You have been asked many times before, but tell us for the final time whom you are going with and why. To share, drop your predictions in the comments section below along with your reasons. Besides this, if you still haven't, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because your support is what we truly work for. Overall, thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned to this channel for further boxing updates from every corner of the boxing world.